Good morning, USFFL, or more specifically, the Replay 22 Playoffs gang, as we have our final divisional playoff game, Dolphins at Chiefs, coming up live. Let's watch it now. All right, let's go ahead and get out to the field and see on here. All right, you should be looking live now. Dolphins at Chiefs. Looks like the Chiefs have the ball first and started with a 3-yard loss. On an off tackle to Isaiah Pacheco. Going to pull it up on YouTube, make sure that I'm good. And nothing doing there on another run for Pacheco. Third and 13. And it looks like we are live on the broadcast, so that checks out. Make sure we're hearing me. We are live. We are indeed, so let's go ahead and continue. Big third down on the opening drive here for the Chiefs. They will be coached today by Coach Scott Kaplan. Those of you in the USFFL would know him as the longtime, in fact, all-time coach of his favorite team, the New York Giants. Dolphins are going to be coached by John Freeze. And you would know him as the Colts coach in the USFFL. John won his wild card game against the Buffalo Bills late to advance to this round. Third and 13. Mahomes out of the shotgun. Pass short and no good, incomplete on his card. So a quick 3 and out here to start the game for Kansas City. Tommy Townsend on to punt. It's a beauty. 59 yards in the air all the way down to the Miami 19, Cedric Wilson. Will fair catch it there, and so just inside the 20, the Miami Dolphins will get their first possession of the game. Let's see what John Freeze has in mind. He's going to come out in a full spread formation to start this game. Jeff Wilson as the tailback. Kaplan's Chiefs will start in the nickel. Tua back to pass, looking short and no good. Missed it on the short pass guard. Kansas City defense ranked very poor against the passes. And as a matter of fact, if they didn't have 4 men in zone there, that 4 that you're seeing is incomplete. That would have been an actual long game. So perhaps the spread formation, forcing the nickel, might have cost him a big play there. 2nd and 10. There's a button hook pass over the middle, attacking a 0 linebacker, Jeff Wilson out of the backfield. A yak opportunity for him, and Wilson with pretty good yardage. Not quite enough for a first down. It's going to be 3rd and 1 after that 9-yard pickup. And John Freeze is going to bring them back down into a run set, blocking back formation. It's Raheem Mostert into the game for the first time. And the Chiefs will counter with a 4-3. 3rd and 1. I suspect we might see the run. Only needing a yard here. We do indeed. Off tackle. Right. This card, 2 yards. Defense was looking past, so it could have been worse, but Dolphins will take it. They've got the game's first down. Move the sticks. 1st and 10 at their 30. And right back to the spread formation for Miami. Chiefs drop into the nickel. We mentioned the Chiefs defense is very poor against the pass. They are average to good run. That's Tua looking short. It's no good. Incomplete. Again, on the Chiefs defensive card. Found a soft spot. Tua starts 1 of 3. It's 2nd and 10. Dolphins struggled in the USFFL this year. Under Tony Tilleria, I think they got about 5 wins. Team gets a second shot here under the tutelage of John Freeze. And on 2nd and 10, they're going to go blocking back set. Mostert back in the game. Chiefs look pass. It's an off tackle. And Mostert on his card. Good yardage across midfield. 25-yard scamper up the middle. Running to the right side of that line. The Dolphins set up 1st and 10 at Kansas City's 45-yard line. Back to the spread formation now. Dolphins going to run out of it. Off tackle. Jeff Wilson, and he gets just a yard. And the spread formation was a difference there. Would have been a +6, but a 1 on the white down. Out of that spread formation, took it to the right column. 2nd down and 9. Still in the run set, blocking back. Is Alex Ingold. Back to pass Tua. Looks short. Got his man. 13 yards. Jalen Waddle. Now into field goal range. 1st and 10 at the Kansas City 31-yard line. So the Dolphins' opening drive continues. Still out of a run formation, blocking back. Off tackle to the right side and a pickup of just 2, but a personal foul on the tackle. So mark off that yardage now into the red zone. Dolphins 1st and 10 at the Kansas City 14-yard line after the game's first penalty. Chris Jones is not in, and I'm trying to figure out why that might be. Did he get hurt and I missed it? All players available. Middle linebacker is not Nick Bolton. Where's all the safeties? I'm confused on what is going on with that defense here. 1st and 10, here's a flush. And a little dump off from Tua is going to be caught. Tyreek Hill inside the 10 and brought down at the 4-yard line. 1st and goal there. I'm going to have to mention it if First down and run at the middle. Raheem Mostert and right down near the goal line, but tackled a yard short. Second and goal at the 1 for Miami. Injury on the play. The left guard of Miami, Liam Eichenberg. He's the only failing run blocker there on the line. Good, strong run blocking line for Miami, but a 0 for Eichenberg. He is a 3 pass block. So it's their worst lineman. But pass block goes from a 3 to a 0, so there is an impact. Second and goal at the 1, blocking back formation. Mostert. Still backups. Inside run, Mostert up the middle, touchdown Miami. We await the extra point here from Jason Sanders. I did go ahead and drop a note out there. It's one thing if it's okay. So apologies for the delay, everybody. We're just trying to get this squared away. Miami has just scored a touchdown on their first drive of the game. KC was 3 and out on their opening drive. But I noticed on the Miami touchdown drive that all of the Chiefs backups were in. And so I thought I'd mention it to the coaches. If I'm the Chiefs, I certainly don't want my defensive backups in all game. And honestly, and this is why I spoke up, if I'm the Dolphins, I don't want to beat the Chiefs with their backups. That's not why we're here. So, worth mentioning. Let's get it out there. Let's get it fixed. So, we might be in a little bit of a delay. So it appears we are looking at the possibility of restarting this game. Which, classy offer from John to do so. Ultimately, I don't think he is under any real pressure to do so. But I like the call. I think I'd have made the same one. All right, so it looks like we are going to start this game up again. All right, so we've gone ahead and dipped out there. We're going to throw the delay sign up here for now and give these guys a chance to get the game going again. Let's close that. And then I wanted to go up here. All right, looks like they've got the game back up. Let's make sure. All right. So it looks like that game is coming up. Let's go ahead and remove the delay. So I believe that they are in just setting lineups right now. So we should be good to go here in a second. Huh. Okay. So it sounds that's really weird. So not sure why that would be that he would load a game having never really played the Chiefs and have all the backups in. Not sure why that is, what that happened. We're not even using I just don't understand it. So, all right, well, we'll give him a second as Coach Kaplan is going to make the changes necessary to, I guess, make it an even fight. I wouldn't be surprised if this takes a full 5 minutes. Now that I think about it, he's got offense and defense to change. We'll pop up our delay sign again and just kind of keep an eye on this.
Is it delayed?
All right, so we are back, guys. Let me go ahead and remove that delay sign, and we should be good to go. And we have started the game over. Did we not take off that delay? I sure thought we did. We did not. Let's get rid of that. All right. Now let's go back to the game. Okay. The opening kickoff by the Chiefs. Slight return, or I should say a touchback, but a penalty for face mask. So the Dolphins, instead of starting on their 25, will begin this game at their own 40, 1st and 10. They're going to come out spread formation. That'll put the Chiefs in the nickel, obviously. And a flat pass to Jeff Wilson for 18 yards. That's a great first play into Kansas City territory. That's Jeff Wilson getting box cars, double sixes on his right column on a flat pass. So an exceptional roll there to start the game. Miami's already in KC territory. First down run off tackle and nothing doing. Raheem Mostert gets just a yard. It was calling for a blocking back and nothing formation as it was 2 tight ends. So 2nd and 9 Miami. Mostert stays in. 3 wide receivers on the field here. No tight end. Gesicki, I suppose, is in as the fullback, though. They're running again off tackle. Mostert, and he's going to get just a couple. Chiefs were guessing pass, so he got it on his wrong column, but Dice didn't cooperate for Miami. It's 3rd and 7. They're at the KC 39. Field goal range begins at the 38, but it's just a 2 through 5. So I think we might see a short pass here. Spread formation. Tua stays under center. Chiefs out of the nickel. Back to pass, looking short, and he's got his man down yardage. Trent Sherfield with the 3rd down catch, pickup of 12. The Dolphins, 1st and 10 at the Kansas City 27. All backups, it looks like. Hopefully that changes here. When they it defaulted that way, but now it kind of becomes all right. So starters are in. 1st and 10 now. Blocking back for Mostert's out. Jeff Wilson in at tailback for Miami. Back to pass on 1st down is Tua. He's looking short, but he's going to have to dump it off. This one's going to Tyreek Hill, and on his card, Hill's going to get 5. Decent 1st down play halfway there. 2nd and 5 at the KC 22. Three wide receivers, 2 running backs for Miami. Mentioned earlier, they've got good run blocking up front. Here's a run off tackle. Good yards and a 1st down. That one on the KC defensive guards. KC, as we said earlier, rated average to good against the runs, and probably the best part of that is they do not have a short game defensively on their card. Now into the red zone. Miami 1st and 10 at the 16. Wilson's out, and Raheem Mostert is in as your tailback. Divisional round playoff game here in the AFC. Winner takes on Joe Golden and the Cincinnati Bengals. Back to pass and brought down right away. Quick sack by Chris Jones of Kansas City. Loss of 5 yards. That was the star rating of Chris Jones coming in. And making the big play there. Loss of 5, 2nd and 15. Dolphins have a fullback that can pass block, but none of the tailbacks are going to get it done. 3 wide receivers, 2 running back. It's Jeff Wilson in the game. Chiefs will stay in the 4-3 base. I would expect Miami might attack the short pass zone out of that. Back at the 21 now, so the safety still has to cover the deep zone technically. Back to pass. Short, going to the tight end. Gesicki, he's got clear and all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. Mike Gesicki goes to the defensive card and on a 4 die roll gets that cheap long gain, or shall we say the easy long gain on the Chiefs defensive card. Dolphins draw first blood at the 11:06 mark of the first quarter. They're up 6-0. Jason Sanders on for the extra point. He puts it through. There is a penalty. And it's against Miami. So we'll see if KC wants to take that on the kickoff. I think I probably would do that. And indeed they do. So Dolphins up 7-0. Kickoff now from their own 30. There's a kick 4 yards deep into Isaiah Pacheco is going to let that one be down, and a personal foul on the kick coverage by Miami. So KC gets a little boost here, and they will also start out at their 40-yard line on their opening drive, just as Miami did. So both teams committing a face mask on offs. Coach Scott Kaplan now. Chiefs out of the blocking back set. It's Pacheco behind Mahomes. We mentioned the Chiefs are very poor on pass defense. The Dolphins as well are very poor on pass defense. Mahomes back to pass. Looks short and no good. Mahomes was going for Kelsey and found a soft spot on the QB card. It's 2nd and 10. Dolphins don't have too much pass rush. They've got a couple outside linebackers. Bradley Chubb's a 10. Jaylene Phillips is a 9. You need the second high linebacker to get an opportunity to get to a 5-rated pass blocker. High linebacker will face the Chiefs' 7-rated Joe Thuney. Back to pass again, looking short and no good, incomplete. Again, Mahomes was going to Kelsey, and that time he was double-teamed, and it proved to be the difference. As Mahomes would have had that completion and a first down on his right column, but a good call there from Coach Freeze defensively. Sets up a 3rd and 10 now. Dolphins will go to the deep dime, 3-2-6. Chiefs, 3 wide receivers. Mahomes out of the shotgun. Pacheco still beside him. Chiefs play call here. Back to pass. Looking short. Going to Juju Smith-Schuster. He is double teamed. So another good call there from the defensive. And that's going to be incomplete. The result was receiver, and it went to the receiver's double team call. A couple of great defensive calls there by Coach John Freeze is going to get the Dolphins off the field defensively. A quick 3-and-out from KC, and they're going to punt from their 40. Townsend's got a good leg. That punt sails inside the 20 down to the 15-yard line. Cedric Wilson sets up underneath it, and he's going to make the fair catch. So Miami gets a 3-and-out defensively on KC's first drive, and they're right back at it. Dolphins 1st and 10 at their own 15. So a good start here for the visiting Dolphins. Already with a road win under their belt in Buffalo. Now trying to get it done in Kansas City. 2 tight end set. Back to pass. Looking deep, going to Tyreek. Left side, and he's got it. That's a big catch, 31 yards. Miami all the way out to their 46-yard line. That one went to the Chiefs' defensive card, and Chiefs on their defensive card have a plus 30. They have a plus 30, as well as another plus 30 split roll opportunity. So extra chances there, and Miami hit one of them. Tua starts out 5 for 5 in this game. Miami's already out near midfield. Second catch of the game, Tyreek Hill. Here's a first down run. Jeff Wilson off tackle, and he's going to get just 3. Chiefs defense looking past there, but hit a good spot on his card. Wrong column, 2nd and 7. Wilson out. Mostert back in for Miami. Second and 7, quick out pass. Left side, tight end's got it. First down yardage. Mike gets just enough. Pickup of 8. Across midfield now into KC territory. 1st and 10 at the 43. Dolphins stay in a 2 tight end set here. Base 4-3, Kansas City. Quick out pass. Durham Smythe. And a yak opportunity for him. Smythe not very good, but he's going to get 7 yards. Pretty decent roll. Got a 10 on that yak chart. It's 2nd down and 3. As Tua goes over 100 yards passing here in the first quarter and is a perfect 7 for 7. So early momentum with the Dolphins here at Arrowhead. Both teams, same formation. 2 set. Quick pass over the middle. That's caught. First down yardage. Looking past to Raheem Mostert, goes for 16. Down to the Kansas City 20. 1st and 10 there for Miami. The white die took that to the defensive 0-man column. And Coach Freeze got the roll now into the case. It's working. They'll stick with it. 2 tight end formation. Raheem Mostert stays in. Tua back to pass. Looking short. He's going to be forced to dump it off. Right side, flat pass. Raheem Mostert. He's got another catch. Up near a first down. Brought down at the 11-yard line. Pickup of 9. Back-to-back nice catches out of the backfield for Mostert. And the Dolphins 2nd and 1 at the Kansas City 11. Blocking back now in. Little flat pass, and that's going to be brought down after a 1-yard loss. Tackle on the play by safety Justin Reed. And the 2nd and 1 suddenly becomes 3rd and 2. That one on Tua's right column. So a big 3rd down here for Miami. 3rd and 2 at the KC 12. KC's only had 3 offensive plays, a quick 3 and out. Miami on their 2nd drive now, 15 plays. 3rd and 2, Mostert stays in as the tailback. Alex Ingold, the fullback in front of him. Defense looks short yardage run, but it's a flat pass. Left side, Tyreek Hill. Yak opportunity for him, and Tyreek has the catch, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown for Miami. 2nd touchdown pass of the day for Tua Tagovailoa. He is 11 for 11 for a $138. And at the 6-minute mark of the first quarter, The Chiefs have just had 3 offensive plays, and John Freeze and the Miami Dolphins are out in front, 14-0. So an early hold for Kansas City. Touchback on the ensuing kick, and Mahomes, under the guidance of Scott Kaplan, will now get their second offensive possession here. Nothing like being down 14-0 when you've only run 3 offensive plays. Chiefs come out in a run set, blocking back. Miami stays in a 3-4. Of their 4 linebackers, 3 of them rate 0 covering the pass, so Chiefs have plenty of yak. You got to think we're going to see some dump passes throughout the game a little. And we'll see how John counters that. First down run right up the middle. Isaiah Pacheco. Defense looking pass. So Pacheco wants it on his card. But it goes to the defensive card. He's going to get 6 yards. Right guard, Trey Smith makes the block. To spring it, and it's 2nd and 4. Yards can be had in Kansas City as defenses tend to focus on that pass. Defense calls pass, another run, right up the middle again. Pacheco to his card this time, and he's good. That's enough for a first down out of the 36-yard line. So KC moves the sticks for the first time in this game. They got a new set of downs. Right back to a run formation. Safety double teaming on Kelsey, but it's another run right up the middle and a 6-yard pickup again. Pacheco beats the nose tackle with a 4 on the white dot. Miami nose is a 0 then, obviously. The ends are a 5 and a 6. Dolphins, we said, very poor against the pass. They're actually rated good against the run, despite that 0 rated nose. 2nd and 4. Back to pass. Mahomes looking deep this time. Defense calling pass to Marquez Valdez-Scantling, and it's no good, incomplete. Actually got the interception split roll on the defensive card. KC now faces a 3rd and 4 at their own 42. 2 tight end set now for the Chiefs. Kelsey and Gray, the bookends on the line. Mahomes has started the game 0 for 4. And Mr. Kaplan, I feel your pain. Whatever success I had with the Chiefs very often did not come in the first quarter of the game for some reason. 3rd and 4. Defense looks pass. Here's an off-tackle run. Pacheco to his card. He's going to try to get it, and he can't. Just a 2-yard run on his wrong column. And that sets up 4th and 2 for Kansas. They're 44. They've got a good run-blocking line if Coach Kaplan is inclined to go for this. I think I might punt, though. He is going to go. I'm just a little afraid about being down 14-0 and going for a 4th and 2 inside my own territory. But Coach Kaplan has another idea about it. He's going. Blocking back set. 3-4 Dolphins defense here. Defense looks pass, run. Pacheco up the middle. Goes to the defensive card. 2-minute zone. Can't beat the linebacker. 4 on the white die. Goes to the only linebacker that could make that stop. I think. I'll have to look at that. Actually, I don't think that's true. Nevertheless, Pacheco loses a yard, and Miami up 14-0 takes over at the 3-minute mark. Quarter, 1st and 10 at the Kansas City 43-yard line. Yeah, and I stand corrected. Every Miami linebacker is a 5 or a 6 against the run. So if you stuff the line with them, you're in better shape. And that was the difference there. Miami linebackers better against the run. Get the turnover on downs. 3 wide receivers on the field now here for Miami. Back to pass, looking deep. Tyreek hit complete. Chiefs had him doubled successfully. Good call there, Coach Kaplan. And it's 2nd and 10. Mostert's out. Jeff Wilson into the game here. Still 3 wide receivers on the field. Chiefs will stay in the base 4-3. Back to pass, looking short. Waddle's got it. Miami 1st down again. Now into field goal range. 1st and 10 at the Kansas City 31-yard line. That's already 2 to 10 range if you remove the variable threat. 1st down flat pass. Durham Smythe beats the linebacker for Kansas City. 15-yard pickup into the red zone. Brought down at the 16-yard line. L'Jarius Sneed on the tackle. First and 10 at the KC 16. To lighten this team up. Beat Willie Gay on that play. Off tackle and a pickup of 6 for Jeff Wilson. And it's 2nd and 4 at the 10. That's a good place for the play to end if you're Miami, as 10-yard line keeps that flat pass open. It makes it tougher to defend this play. Block here for Miami on 2nd and. Kaplan keeps the Chiefs in a base 4-3. 1st down flat pass. Jeff Wilson incomplete. On the defensive card, Kaplan kept the linebacker there, and it sets up 3rd and 4. That would have been a touchdown if Kaplan had moved the linebacker. So a big 3rd down here for Miami. 3rd and 4 at the KC 10. 2 tight end set. 4-3 blitz shown here from Kansas City. Miami, for already being on the doorstep of a 3rd touchdown, they only have 2 3rd down plays in the game. They hit them both. 2 for 2. I think they might pass here. Indeed, they don't. Defense looks past, but it's a pitch out. Jeff Wilson around the edge, and he's got the edge, and he's into the end zone. Got a short gain on his card. And with 18 seconds left in the 1st quarter, Miami has extended to a 20-0 lead in Kansas City. Kaplan remarks, "This is not the start I was expecting." Extra point is good from Jason Sanders, and it is 21-0 Miami. And they will kick off here to Kansas City. So Coach Freeze comes out strong in the 1st quarter. They've outgained Kansas City 188-18. 11 1st downs to 1. Miami a perfect 3 for 3 on 3rd downs. KC 0 for 2. So it has been all bad news for the Chiefs. Coach Freeze remarks, there is no safe lead. against Patrick Mahomes. I would agree with that. Although I would say that the Cards don't necessarily get how clutch he is. Just throwing that out there. Touchback on the ensuing kick, in Kansas City will begin their third drive, 1st and 10 at their own 25. Still on a base run set. Despite the 3-touchdown lead, Miami staying in a 3-4 base. First down screen pass, right side. This is going to a Pacheco. Attacks the zero-rated linebacker, and it's incomplete as Mahomes hits the interception split roll on his card. That's the end of the first quarter, and a strange first quarter it was. Mahomes still does not have a completion. He is 0 for 5. Tua, on the other hand, been lighting it up, and Miami's up 21-0. And so the second quarter here, 2nd and 10 from their own 25. They'll go 3 wide receivers. They're going to split out the extra receiver now, Hardman in the slot, and the Dolphins will drop back into a nickel. Still waiting on the play call here. 2nd and 10. Coach Kaplan taking a long time to make this particular play call, assuming we are still connected. There we go. Flat pass, McCole Hardman, and a double team, a nice double team by Coach Freeze. And it's 7, as it was on the right column. Linebacker double team doesn't count in that flat zone. 3rd and 3. So Kansas City 0 for 2 on 3rd downs, faces another one here at their own 32-yard line. And they desperately need this. And on 3rd and 3, they're going to split out 3 wide receivers and a halfback. So not the best run formation. If you check he is behind Mahomes. Dolphins will stay in a nickel defense here on 3rd and 3. They'll welcome the run. I'm not sure I blame them. Here comes the run off tackle. He did put a in that zone and goes right at the linebacker, and it's just a 1-yard gain. That linebacker makes the difference. That was going to be a 2 through 11 for a 15-yard gain, but that linebacker makes it 4th and 2, and KC has to punt from their own 33. We'll start here for the Chiefs. Big punt here, though. Tommy Townsend, 55-yard boomer inside the 15, fielded at the 12 by Cedric Wilson. Just a 2-yard return on that punt. So Miami, pinned deep, starts at their own 14-yard line after the boomer from Tommy Townsend, but 13:48 to go, second quarter. Dolphins up 21-0. Pro set formation. Mostert, the tailback, down. There's a quick in pass over the middle, empty zone, and it's good for 7. Could have been worse as it hit the zero-man column. So good call offensively by Coach Freeze. Tua Tagovailoa now 14 of 16. 172 and a couple tutties. Now 2nd and 3. From their own 21, Miami stays in the pro set. Left side and incomplete. Pass intended for Jalen Waddle. Hits the interception split roll on the defensive card. Extremely low odds, but it sets up a 3rd and 3. And a chance for KC's defense to get off the field, something they haven't done so far. Miami a perfect 3 for 3 on 3rd downs. They'll come out in a 2 tight end set. It's Mostert in the deep eye. Base 4-3 here for the Chiefs. Defense calls run. It is up the middle. Mostert goes to his card and pops a short gain on his right column and then gets the snake eyes for the 20-yard run on 3rd and 3. The dice are king right now. First down, Miami, all the way out to their 41-yard line. As offensively, Miami just continues to be perfect. 4 for 4 on 3rd downs now. First down run play. Mostert up the middle. To the defensive card he goes, and it's going to be nothing. Pick up just 1 as Chris Jones. Good enough to beat the 4 on that white die. It's 2nd and 9. If the Chiefs can get, some stops here at some point defensively, they have what it takes to come back in this game. Mahomes is obviously a great passer generally. He's really good short passing. That's where the Miami weakness is on the defensive card. The linebackers from Miami don't blitz particularly well. They do okay, but the Chiefs have good blocking. And the linebackers against the pass in flat coverage are not good at all. And that's another strength of the Chiefs with a lot of yak opportunities for them. So still time to come back here, but they got to make a stop off tackle, and Wilson's going to get just 3 for Miami. And that sets up 3rd and 6 from their own 45. Chiefs with, again, an opportunity defensively to get off the field. Tackle on that play by middle linebacker Nick Moulton. Mostert back in the game here at tailback in a run formation on 3rd and 6. The blocking back in front of him is Mike Gesicki. Back to pass Tua, looking short. Tyreek Hill gets a receiver opportunity and cannot bring it in. So 4th and 6, Miami at their own 45. Big stop for Kansas City, finally. And we're going to see the punter Morstead for the Dolphins. First time we've said that today. And that's a boomer. And that's going to carry all the way to the goal line, and I assume that they're going to down it here. Let that go into the end zone, and they do. So the Chiefs finally get a defensive stop. They still trail 21-0. 10.5 minutes left before halftime, and they're going to get the ball 1st and 10 at their 20. They'll come out 2 tight end set. Deep eye. This will be the Chiefs' 4th possession. They have just 1 first down today. Mahomes back to pass, looking short. Mount Marquise, Valdez-Scantling caught. First down yardage. Pick up a on Mahomes' card. Just his second completion of the game. Mahomes 2 of 7 for 21 yards. Chiefs will keep 2 tight ends on the field. They'll do that a lot. Noah Gray's an exceptional second tight end. Gray's pretty good in the flat, pretty good on short, rated yak, and he can even run block at a 4. Here's a screen out to the right side, empty zone. Pacheco wide open. He's got the catch and brought down out near a first down. In fact, he's got it at the KC 44. Pick him of 10 yards. And the Chiefs perhaps on the move here. They'll stay in a run set. Noah Gray in the backfield in front of Pacheco. Back to pass, Mahomes. Looking short again. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. He's going to bring it in. He's got the catch. There's a penalty. And as a matter of fact, there's a couple of them. It's offsetting penalties. Valdez-Scantling got the receiver result he wanted in his right column, but a penalty wipes it away. Injury on the play is to Miami's defense. Kader Kohu, the right cornerback 4, is hurt. Bring in Needham. He's also a 4, so no big loss there. Both of these teams, their short pass column is pretty much nothing but completions. Other than the obvious receiver, the interception split roll, all the possible variables are completions if you're looking at the 3-man column for either one of these short pass defenses. But they're also bad long. You can't pull that safety up all day. So feels like we're going to open up some passing game here soon. And on 1st and 10, here's a run. Pacheco off tackle, and he's going nowhere. Brought down immediately, but a face mask penalty on Miami is going to bail out the Chiefs. Good call there by Coach John Freeze as he called run. And that saved a short game with that run call, but personal foul. And a 15-yard mark off. Chiefs now for the first time into Miami territory at the 41-yard line. Nine minutes left before half. Miami still up 21-0. Checo, a slow start here. 7 carries, 19 yards. Mahomes is a very good running quarterback as well, but he only has 3 of them you can call all game long. So we want to keep an eye out for that. Dolphins look pass. It's an off tackle. Pacheco goes to his card, and he's brought down right away as he gets the 5 on his card and continues to struggle. Second in Kansas City. Tackle by Elandon Roberts. The Chiefs will now go 3 wide receivers, 1 halfback. Hardman in the game in the slot on the left side. Dolphins in the nickel. And Mahomes back to pass. Looking short. Juju Smith-Schuster, the target, and no good. There is a penalty, and it's actually intentional grounding. He never got rid of it. They call it. He threw it way over his head. Any way you slice it, it's 3rd and 20 after that huge penalty. Back on their own side of the field, Chiefs at their 49-yard line. Boy, down 21-0. That is a devastating penalty. Three wide receivers. Mahomes out of the shotgun, and the Dolphins 3-2-6 dime defense here. I would think we might want to hit one of those B-rated yak players in the flat rather than attack two deep safeties. Then again, a short pass gets you down to the 40. You are in some field goal range there. And you have a shot to go for a short pass and a first down. Down 21-0. That might be a play here too. But here's the quick slant over the middle. It's going to Kelsey. There's nobody in zone, but the double team is by the safety and on Mahomes' guard. It's incomplete. So 20. Mahomes now 3 for 9 in the game. And the Chiefs are going to punt. 7:48 to go before halftime. Tommy Townsend comes out there. And he's got a coffin corner punt. Pretty good one. It's out of bounds at the 12. And halfway through the second quarter, Miami's up 21-0. They'll take over now. 1st and 10 at their own 12. Jeff Wilson's the tailback, and it's an off-tackle run. Left side to Wilson. And Wilson gets 3 yards on his card and loses the ball. It is on the ground in the Miami red zone. And the Chiefs have fallen on it. Or are they going to pick it up? Let's see. They got a choice here. I would think he just fall on it, but he's going to run. Picks up that fumble and advances it. Inside a 7-yard advance by Derek Nottie. So the nose tackle picks that ball up. And it is 1st and goal Chiefs at the 8. First big break of the game for Kansas City. And it could not have come at a better time. Got to punch this one in here if you're KC. They'll come out 2 tight ends. Flat passes off the table. Pacheco's the tailback. Don't forget Mahomes can run. But I don't know if you want to burn it when you only have 3 of them and you're down 3 touchdowns. You're only 8 yards from the end zone. Back to pass, looking short. This one is targeting Noah Gray. Mahomes on his card. No good, incomplete. Mahomes couldn't find it. And it's 2nd and goal from the 8. And I think at this point, I might throw 2 more times. Find your best receiver match. Dolphins do have a 6 corner on, but the other guys are 0s and 4s. Xavier Howard is a 6. He's Jew. Chiefs out of the 2 tight end. Dolphins in a 3-4. And it's a pitch out. Pacheco going for the edge, and he is going to get brought down. 4-yard long play. Linebacker was in zone, and Bradley Chubb good enough to match that 5 on the white die. We mentioned Miami's linebackers are all good at stuff and run. So the bad news is it's now 3rd and goal from the 12. Good news for KC is the flat pass is in play again. 3 wide receivers, 1 halfback. Mahomes out of the shotgun. Dolphins out of the nickel. And I got to think we're going to get a short pass to the end zone here. Back to pass. Looking short, going to Hardman. He is not double teamed. To the defensive card. Hardman has it. Touchdown, Kansas City. Got the +12 in the 4-man column of the defensive card, and that's just enough to put KC on the board here at the 6-minute mark of the second quarter. Mahomes just 4 for 11 in the game, but gets that touchdown. Coach Kaplan remarks that might be the most difficult touchdown he's ever made. And Harrison Butker's on for the extra point. He is not automatic. 11 and 12 are both incomplete, or shall we say, no good. Here's the snap, the kick. It is up, and it's good. And the Chiefs done their job, take advantage of a big turnover inside the 10-yard line. Mahomes gets the TD pass, and it is 21-7. 6 minutes left. Miami takes over after a touchback at their own 25. Jeff Wilson, the tailback here. Base run set, off tackle. Wilson, and he's not going to get anything there. Just a pickup of a yard. Chiefs called run defensively, but that wasn't the leverage there. That was a call for a blocking back that wasn't able to make the block. 2nd and 9. 3 wide receivers, 2 running back. It's still Wilson with Gesicki in front of him. Chiefs still on a base 4-3. Back to pass, looking deep. It's going to Tyreek Hill, and he's got another one. 27-yard pickup as a 6 on the white die is just enough to beat L'Jarius Sneed. 4 catches, 75 yards, and 1 touchdown today for Tyreek Hill. Miami 1st and 10 now at the Kansas City 47. To having a big first half. Right back in KC territory. Two tight ends set here. Miami offense just across midfield at the KC 47. 4:48 left before halftime. First down screen pass, Jeff Wilson, and that is going to be intercepted. Intercepted by Kansas City. Leo Chenal, the linebacker, steps in front of it. And here comes the return. Chenal across midfield inside the Miami 40 and finally brought down at the 38. Tua Tagovailoa hits the interception split roll on his flat pass right. It's just a 2 or 3 for the pick, and he got the roll. Second turnover here in the second quarter for the Dolphins, helping Kansas City to maybe get back into this one. Nice return by the linebacker Chenal. And at the 4:30 mark of the second quarter, KC 1st and 10 at the Miami 38. Two tight end formation here from Kansas City. Safety up close. Javon Holland shows blitz for Coach Freeze. So a little eye candy from the Miami safety. Defense calls pass. It's a run. Up the middle, Pacheco to his card, and he's good for just 3. Right by his short game. Pacheco continuing to struggle. 10 carries, 18 yards here in the first half. 2nd and 7. 3 wide receivers, 1 halfback. Hardman's in the game, back in the slot. Miami will drop into a nickel. Flat pass right side. Kelsey attacking the 0-rated linebacker. The dice take us to Mahomes' card, then on to Kelsey's card, and he can't make the catch. Incomplete. There is a penalty, however, and it's against the Miami defense. Illegal contact. That comes with a 5-yard mark-off and a first down. KC 1st and 10 at the Miami 30 now. Into field goal range. From here, it's a 2 for Harrison Butker. Finn safety, Javon Holland showing blitz again. Out of the 3-4. Back to pass. Mahomes looking short. This one's going to Marquez Valdez-Scantling, and it's caught. 10 yards and a first down. And good call there by the offensive coach Kaplan, as Juju Smith-Schuster and Kelsey were both double teamed, but he went to MVS, and that was the difference there on a first down pass. Now at the Miami 20, they'll keep 3 wide receivers on the field. Miami out of the nickel. Screen, left side, no linebacker there. That's the zone vacated. So a good call there by Coach Kaplan. Goes to the defensive card, zero-man column. Pacheco's got it. First down yardage inside the 10. Brought down at the 7. It's first and goal, Kansas City. Clock winds down, 2:24 remaining before halftime. Safety up close, showing blitz out of the 3-4 for Miami. 2 tight ends set, KC. We still have 3 runs in the bag. Not here. Back to pass. Looks short. Tight end Noah Gray is the target, and that pass is incomplete. Mahomes actually hit his interception split roll. And that's a little more liberal of an interception split roll than what Tua had a moment ago. 2 through 5 were the odds there. Mahomes didn't get it, though. Second and goal at the 7. Clock stops on the plus side of the 2-minute warning. 2:06. I would expect another couple passes here. You never know, you might run, though. 3 wide receivers split out. Hardman's in the slot. Dolphins with the nickel. He stays back this time. Showing coverage. I don't think you can risk an end run here to Mahomes. If he calls run, you get a big negative. That can make it tough to complete your short pass. And indeed, Mahomes back to pass. Looks short. Marquez Valdez-Scantling is the target. To the defensive card we go. And Valdez-Scantling's got the catch. And the touchdown, Kansas City. Got it in the 4-man column of Miami. 2 through 8. Nails it. And at the 2-minute warning, the Chiefs on the board again with Mahomes' second touchdown pass. Extra point is good. And it is 21-14 Miami. Harrison Butker with the deep kickoff and the touchback. Miami begins at their 25-yard line, 1st and 10. Turnovers on each of their last 2 possessions that have directly resulted in 14 Kansas City points to get them right back in the game. And Miami's going to come out in a full spread formation. Tua stays under center. Jeff Wilson, the tailback behind him. Both teams, all 3 timeouts in the bank. Tua back to pass. Looks short. That's caught. Wilson, first down yardage. At the 37-yard line. Pick up on the play. And just 8 seconds off the clock. So a good start to the drive for Miami. Tua now over 200 yards passing here in the first half. 16 of 21, 211, and a couple of scores. He does have that one pick that led to the Chiefs' most recent touchdown. Still spread formation for Miami. Chiefs out of the nickel, back to pass. Tua looks deep. This one's going to Trent Sherfield, but it's going to be actually dump off. Looked at it and gave up on it, and it got a dump off to the left side. Jalen Waddle, and he's got the catch. 7 yards. Tackled inbounds. We'll see if they want to burn a timeout. 2nd and 3, Miami at their own 44. Miami will indeed burn their first time out here. Stops the clock at 1:45. Miami with a 2nd and 3 from their own 44. They'll go right back to the spread formation offensively. Wilson's the tailback. Chiefs in the nickel. First down pitch going around the edge, but actually going to be a dead ball foul. False start on the offense. So Miami going the wrong way. 2nd and 8 at their 39. It's been a fairly clean game as far as penalties, I think. Maybe 2 each. I stand corrected. 2 for Kansas City. 5 penalties for 45 yards on Miami. Again, here for the Fins. Tua back to pass. Looks no good. Trying to hit Cedric Wilson. And couldn't get it on Tua's card. 3rd and 8. 1:37 remains. Chiefs still have all 3 timeouts, so if they can get a stop here, they might dream of making some noise as well themselves. Tua now out of the shotgun, still in the spread formation. Chiefs out of the nickel. Tua back to pass, looking short, but brought down. Sack on the play. Chris Jones. His 2nd sack of the game. This one from the nose position. And let's see if either team elects to take a timeout here. The Chiefs do indeed. 4th and 18. That one takes Miami all the way back to the 29. And they'll punt from there. Momentum changing in this one. Morstead gets it off, and it's a good one. 55-yard punt all the way down to the KC 16-yard line. Kadarius Toney, a 10-yard return, but a block, an illegal block on the play. And that's going to take all the momentum out of what KC thought they were going to be looking at in terms of field position. As Miami will accept that, and it'll be 1st and 10 Kansas City from their own 8. So the Chiefs 2 timeouts and 1 minute, 22 seconds remaining, but they're at their own 8-yard line. So how aggressive do you want to be? I would guess if you can get a first down here and get off the shadow of your goal line, you might be aggressive. Here's some eye candy from the Miami safety as Javon Holland showing blitz out of the nickel. Chiefs have some good pass blocking if they want to look at going after the big play here. They're in a 2 tight end set. That'll help pass blocking. Both teams with 2 tight outs. Defense looks pass. It's an end run. Pacheco, left side, goes to the defensive card, and it's going to be just a 3-yard run for Isaiah Pacheco. He is out of bounds. Stops the clock at 1:15. 2nd and 7, Kansas City at their 11. If they're thinking about passing, that gives them a little bit more insurance from a sack that could result in a safety. Chiefs split out 3 wide receivers. They've got Hardman in the slot. Dolphins showing nickel, safety back in coverage. Flat pass, left side, attacking the 0-rated linebacker with McCole Hardman. And as Mahomes couldn't find it on his card, 3rd down and 7. KC needs this first down, or with 60 seconds or so left in the first half, they're going to have to punt from inside their 15. Mahomes out of the shotgun now, 3 wide receivers. Hardman still in the game. Needs 7 yards. Wonder if we might get a dump off here to Kelsey. See if you can't pick up that 7. The safety doubles Kelsey, so glad they didn't listen to me. Screen pass, though, left side. Pacheco out of the backfield. He's got a B-rated yak. Needs 7. Hits the 0-man column, but it goes to receiver. Pacheco is good for it, though. 7 yards on his right column, just enough for a first down. And I think at the 18-yard line, we might get KC's first time out. We'll see what Coach Kaplan has in mind. And he'll go to the hurry up. Clock runs down to 45 seconds left. Boy, that hurry up cost you 15 seconds. I'm not sure I wouldn't have called that timeout. Nevertheless, 1st and 10, Chiefs at their 18, 3 wide receivers. Mahomes out of the shotgun again. Dolphins out of the nickel. Butker has range all the way out to the 45-yard line, so it's not like you have to get real deep into Miami territory. But if you're so aggressive, cause a turnover, you could give Miami field goal position. Back to pass, looking short. It's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. He's doubled by the linebacker. His card is incomplete. And there's a penalty against the Miami defense. Mark off 5 yards on an illegal contact. 1st and 10 at the 20. He'll take that for the time that came off the clock. To my earlier point with that double team there with the linebacker, that was real close to the automatic pick on Mahomes' card. 37 seconds left. Chiefs at their 23. 2 timeouts. And their formation is 2 tight ends. Dolphins stay in the nickel. I think I'd be in the 3-2-6 deeper dime probably. Although I guess you can move that safety back now since KC's in a base 2 tight end set. At least I believe that's right. There's another screen pass to the halfback Pacheco. Empty zone there, so an opportunity for Pacheco. 0-man column, and Pacheco's good for 9 yards. He gets out of bounds as well. Stops the clock at 30 seconds. Chiefs retain 2 timeouts. On at their own 32. They kind of needed a bigger play than that. Now the Dolphins 3-2-6. Chiefs have 3 wide receivers on the field. Hardman back in the game in the slot. Back to pass, looking short and going to McCole Hardman. He is doubled by the safety. Good call there, Coach Freeze. Mahomes on his card, incomplete. That was a must run on the right column, but a successful double team. Makes it 3rd and 1. $22 seconds left. Dolphins stay in a deep dime. And on this 3rd and 1, I might throw long. You're down to 22 seconds, running out of opportunities. Maybe hope he pulls the safety up. and leaves just one man deep. Long game on Mahomes' card on right is on 8, so it's in a reachable place. Still waiting on the play call here. Quick slant over the middle, tight end Noah Gray. It is an empty zone. So he's going to see what he can get there in the empty zone. Does go to the defensive card, gets the first down catch for 10. Out to the 42-yard line. KC, I got to think, is calling their second timeout now. And that'll stop it at 15 seconds left, and it does. So KC is at their 42. Field goal range is technically 13 yards away without the help of a variable. 15 seconds, one timeout left. 3 wide receivers again. Dolphins stay in a deep dime. Mahomes now 10 for 20, 99 yards in the game as he's had to work his way back after beginning 0 for 7 and 3 for 9. Back to pass. Mahomes looks short. Going to MVS. He is doubled, but it goes to the defensive card, and MVS has got the catch and a 17-yard pickup. Doubled by the linebacker, but that didn't do any good on MVS's right column with the receiver result. Chiefs call their last time out, but it's 1st and 10 at the Miami 41. They're in field goal range with 8 seconds, and I thought they might go ahead and try the field goal here because they've got timeouts. But Coach Kaplan is going to go for this. So if he doesn't get out of bounds here, that would end the half. And he's passing on the attempt at a 2 through 6 and 12 field goal. So interesting call here, as I think I would choose that 2 through 6 and 12 field goal attempt. If he goes up to the next range, it goes to a 2 through 8. So doesn't even change it to automatic. So an interesting choice here. 8 seconds left, no timeouts. 3 wide receivers for KC on the field. Mahomes out of the shotgun. Pacheco beside him. Dolphins are going to sit in the nickel on this play. I wonder if you might think about throwing long and get the incomplete. I'd be afraid to complete the pass and be tackled in bounds. Watch the half end. Plus, you never know. Maybe he pulls the safety. He's not looking for that. I think I'd go short or long. Flat pass, a lot of opportunities for completion. And you never know if you're going to get out of bounds here. Still waiting on the call. It's been a slow-moving game inside the 2-minute warning. Back to pass, looking short. McCole Hardman is the target. He is doubled by the linebacker. Mahomes on his card, incomplete. And the clock stops with 1 second. And from the 41-yard line of Miami, Butker should be lining up, I would expect, for a 58-yard field goal attempt. He's got 4 yards of protection from variable. So this should be a 2 through 6 and 12, no matter what. Butker's on the field. Final play of the first half. Here's the snap. And the Butker kick. It is good. Harrison Butker from 58, 2 through 6 and 12. And after Miami opened this game with a 21-0 lead on the road, they go into intermission, now just winning 21-17. Chiefs with 17. Second quarter aided greatly by a couple of Miami turnovers. And so this divisional playoff is very much up for grabs as Coach Freeze and Coach Kaplan fight for the right to beat Joe Golden and the Cincinnati Bengals in the AFC Championship game. Chiefs also get the second half kick, and here it comes. Touchback. Kansas City will begin the second half, 1st and 10. 25. Miami outgained KC almost 2-1 in that first half, 259 to 137. Yet both teams had exactly 14 first downs and the 2 Miami turnovers. The real difference maker. Miami still up by 4, 21-17. Chiefs coming out in that 3 wide receiver formation. This is going to come out in a nickel. And if I'm KC, you got to start looking flat. With the nickel defense out there, 1 less linebacker, you've got 3 B-rated Yak players on the field. But they're looking deep. And the safety is out of position, doubled Hardman. This is on the Valdez-Scantling, so you're going to want that on the defensive card if you're KC. Let's see if they can escape the blitz. Defense did call pass. Nobody in that deep zone for Miami. Dangerous situation for the Dolphins on the opening play. The blitz does not get through, but it's going to convert to a dump off. This one's going to Pacheco out of the backfield, and Pacheco is incomplete. Pacheco on his flat pass right, snake eyes. Nothing there. Double sixes was plus 32. KC 2nd and 10. Miami avoids potential disaster. Mahomes now back 8%, 11 of 23. Mahomes back to pass again. This one's looking short. Travis Kelce, the target, goes to the defensive card, and it is caught. 15-yard gain. Travis Kelce actually hit defender and only had a 4 on the white die. But strong safety Eric Rowe was a 0. Chiefs now 1st and 10 at the 40. 3-4 defense. Back to pass. Mahomes looking deep. This one's going to Juju Smith-Schuster. Mahomes on his card. No good. Just missed the long gain on his card. 2nd and 10. Three wide receivers out there again for Kansas City. Cole Hardman in the slot. Dolphins considering their defensive package. Extra DB is in there. Nickel defense from Miami. Again, it's 2nd and 10. Mahomes still has all 3 end runs at his disposal. Coach Kaplan hasn't used one yet. There's a flat pass over to the left side to Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And a 6 on the white die goes to the 0-man column and a 10-yard completion to MVS, who's quickly having a pretty good game. Mahomes has 141 yards passing in the game. 58 of those on 5 catches have gone to Valdez-Scantling, including a touchdown. Chiefs at midfield now, 1st and 10 at the 50. Little flat pass left side, tight end Noah Gray. Going after those 0-rated linebackers, and Mahomes incomplete as he rolls the interception split roll on his card. Avoids the pick, but it's 2nd and 10. Mahomes back to pass. He looks short. Double team receiver is MVS. Great call there, Coach Freeze. He's got the safety on him too, so that's the full double team. Waiting on the dice, guys. There it is. And short pass is still good. 14 yards to MVS. Penalty is on the defense. They'll decline that. And even though he moved into that zone and created the fourth man on the defensive card, both these teams, as we said all along, very poor defensively, and a lot of that is in the short pass zone. So despite the double team, MVS continues his big game, 6 for 72. And it's 1st and 10 now at the Miami 36. Right back to the 3 wide receiver set for the KC offense. There's a first down run. Off tackle. Left side, Isaiah Pacheco to his card, but he's going to lose a couple. Those lost yards are a direct result of being in that 3 wide receiver set. One on the white die and moved it to the right column. That would have been +6 instead of -2. Second and 12 at the Miami 38. Already in Harrison Butker range, as we talked about. Chiefs now back down to a 2 tight end set. Dolphins stay in the nickel. They keep their linebackers home. And here's another flat pass. This one's going to Noah Gray again. Left side. He's B-rated yak. Mahomes' card does pull up the yak. And Noah Gray is going to get a net of 5 yards. Mahomes had a -3 as a yak starter. Noah Gray adds 8. So 3rd and 7 now at the Miami 33. Miami's still up by 4. Field goal range here is still 2 through 6 and 12, but just 1 yard away from a 2 through 8. We'll see how aggressive he wants to play it. 3 wide receivers, 1 halfback. So there again is the less likely run call, as a 1 on the white die would move it to the right column. Nickel defense here. Back to pass. It's a little button hook over the middle. Pacheco is going to try to get it. Needs 7. The dice go to the defensive card, and it's incomplete from there. And 4th and 7 at the 33. So from right here, it's 2 through 6 and 12. If you can get a +1 on the variable, that's 2 through 8. That could cut it to a 1-point game, 21-20, or you can go for the 4th and 7. It's a tough call. I think I'd kick Kaplan. Coach of the Chiefs is going to go for it. He's coming out 3 wide receivers. 1 halfback is Pacheco. He's out of the shotgun. Chiefs went for a 4th down earlier in the game. And were turned over on downs at about their own 40 to set up the 3rd Miami touchdown. This one is a little further away. Instead of 4th and 2, it's 4th and 7. Chiefs definitely got to be passing out of this one. Interesting, out of the shotgun, I don't think you have the option for the end run to Mahomes. Even if you do, that 1 on the white die could still kill you. But anything other than that, and there's no doubt, you're passing into a 4th and 7. But I get it. An incompletion here, and it's Miami's ball at the 33. Punt's not going to do you any good. It's either field goal or you go. You miss the field goal, Miami starts at the 40. So here we go, 4th and 7, Miami 33. Chiefs select to go for it. Mahomes out of the shotgun, Dolphins in the nickel. Coach Freeze has been deadly lately on some of the double teams with that safety. Wonder if he might hit Kelsey here to help protect against an aggressive flat pass to that weapon. Here's the play call. Back to pass, looking short. He did double Kelsey like I thought. It is a short to MVS. So sticking with the hot hand, it goes to the defensive card. And a split roll. MVS has got himself another catch. 15 yards into the Miami red zone. Finally brought down at the 18 by Eric Rowe. But a fourth down conversion as MVS hits that split roll from the four-man column for the second time this game. 2 through 8 plus 15. Nails it. Move the sticks. Chiefs still in business. Big gamble pays off there for Coach Kaplan. Gutsy call. Chiefs come out with 3 wide receivers again. Hardman in the slot. Dolphins are in the nickel. Not sure if you need to be with it's being at the 18. Long zone is open anyway. Or empty, you know what I mean? Empty. Defense looks past. Here's a run up the middle. Pacheco, he struggled so far. Goes to the defensive card, and he's got a nice gain, 7 yards. Didn't have a linebacker there. Pacheco takes advantage. 2nd and 3 at the 11. Flat pass still in play here. Chiefs trying to earn their first lead of the game. 2 tight end set now. Kelsey and Gray, the bookends. Dolphins in the 3-4. I wonder if he might crash those linebackers inside with their run stuffing ability. He does crash one of them. And here's a flat pass, right side going to Kelsey. Attacking the 0-rated linebacker. And on the Holmes card, yak opportunity for Kelsey. He's pretty good at this, but he's going to lose 4 yards. Mahomes again got the -3 yak on his card and a terrible roll from Kelsey. Loses 4. And 2nd and 3 suddenly turns into 3rd and 7 at the Miami 15. Something else to consider. From the 15, Butker not as automatic as you think. It's 2 through 8 and 12. You need 3 more yards to get down to a 2 through 11. So a lot to consider here. She's going to come out 3 wide receivers, 1 halfback. That sort of hamstrings the Mahomes chances. We still haven't seen Mahomes do that in run. Miami out of the nickel. For those watching, there's the Mahomes in run wrong column. Lots of opportunities. Screen pass to Pacheco, and there's an empty zone. Both flats were emptied, so a good call here. And 0-man column, but it goes to the receiver and incomplete, even on wrong for Pacheco. His card is good, but he misses it. Virtual scream of from the Chiefs coach Kaplan, and it's 4th and 7 yet again, this time from the 15. This time he will go for the field goal from the 15, 2 through 8 and 12. +3 variable, he could get to a 2 through 11. But you're probably getting the 2 through 8, and he gets the field goal right through. It's good. It was indeed 2 through 8 and 12. Butker nails it. And at the 9:18 mark of the 3rd quarter, Miami's once proud 3-touchdown lead has been reduced to just 1 point. It's 21-20 Dolphins. Good game here. AFC Divisional Playoff. Touchback on the ensuing kickoff at Miami. will begin. 1st and 10 at their own 25. Jeff Wilson, the tailback. Blocking back formation. Back to pass, looking deep, but brought down again. It's Tua. George Karlaftis, the defensive left end, gets through. Pass was intended for Tyreek Hill. But the Chiefs' defensive line doing work in this game. 2 sacks from Chris Jones. And now 1 from Karlaftis. 2nd and 15, Miami at their 20. 3rd wide receiver out on the field now. Wilson, the tailback. Dolphins not blessed with the pass blocking quite as strong as the Chiefs have in this matchup. Chiefs staying in a base 4-3 defense here on 2nd and 15. Interesting. I might have gone to the nickel. Might have. Tua back to pass. Looks short. And that pass is going to be picked off. Intercepted Kansas City. It's L'Jarius Sneed with the interception at the 33-yard line. Sneed takes it up the right sideline, and he's going to be finally tackled after a short gain at the 23. Tua with his 2nd interception, and Miami with their 3rd turnover. And KC has the ball 1st and 10 at the Miami 23-yard line. And boy, once that momentum switched, it was a hard right turn, and the turnover started flying for the Dolphins. And the home team is getting back in the game, looking for their first lead. Chiefs split out 3 wide receivers. Hardman in the slot. Dolphins out of the nickel. That interception on Tua's short pass right was a 2 through 4, 11, and 12. Dolphins have kind of been all over Kansas City in this game, but it's the intangible. 3 sacks and 3 turnovers that just really made a difference. Coaches with a little banter about how similar or the inverse this game is and how the Dolphins advanced in round 1. And it was Buffalo that bolted out to a fast 23-0 lead in Miami that made the come from behind win. These 2 coaches moving at a nice leisurely pace today. First down screen pass. There is a linebacker there. Pacheco is the target. Mahomes on his card, gets the receiver calling, but Pacheco's got the catch, and he's room up the sideline. Touchdown, Kansas City. Plus 32 on 6s for Pacheco on flat pass right. We mentioned that result earlier in the game when he got snake eyes for the incompletion, but gets the 23-yard touchdown reception here. KC out in front, 26-21 by 5 points. And they're going to go for 2 and try to make it a 7-point game. 2 tight end formation. Dolphins have a 3-4 out there. Chiefs interior run blocking 6-6-5. Defense keys on Pacheco, but back to pass is Mahomes. Looking short. He is looking at tight end Noah Gray, and dice me up, fellas. Mahomes on his card is incomplete on the wrong column. Not going to expect to see that very often. Nevertheless, 26 unanswered points for Kansas City. Hang on one second here. There was a penalty. So wipe away that incompletion. That was a dead ball foul on the Kansas City offense that I missed. Backs them up 5 yards, and that means they're going to get another crack at it. And I assume that means we'll probably get the extra point attempt instead here from Butker. And indeed we do. So 26-21. Kansas City's up. Butker is on for the extra point, and it is good. It wasn't an easy one. He hit an 8 on a 2 through 8 and 12. Just got it in there. But the Chiefs now up by 6 points, 27-21. Just over 8 minutes to go, third quarter. Bengals await the winner in the AFC Championship game. Touchback on the ensuing kick, and Miami will begin at their 25. I will be right back. Looks like these guys are on pause for a moment anyway. Stay tuned. All right, we're back. These coaches are moving at a slow pace today, and I haven't even missed a play. So we are back. 1st and 10 from the 25. Back to pass is Tua, and looking deep. Safety is in the zone for Kansas City. Ooh, they avoid the Chris Jones rush, and it's going to end up in a dump off. Going to Mostert. He's got a nice catch, picking up an 8. 35% chance at a sack there for Chris Jones. Missed it. Dolphins do have that 1 of 2 7-rated pass blockers, and he got the best of Chris Jones on that one. 2nd and 2. Off tackle, Mostert. Defense calls run, but it's still a 6 yards. Goes to the defensive card. Nice call there, Coach Kaplan. But first down, Miami at their own 39. Dolphins do a run set here. Blocking back, it's Jeff Wilson in the game now. Mostert out. Chiefs in the base 4-3. Back to pass, looking short and caught. Waddle's got it across midfield. Brought down at the 49-yard line of Kansas City by Trent McDuffie. Move the sticks. 1st and 10, Miami. Three wide receiver, two running back set. It's Wilson, the tailback. There's a first down screen. Left side, Wilson out of the backfield. Tua on his card. Gets a completion, I should say, for 7 yards. So a good start to that series. 2nd and 3. Tua now 20 of 27 for 245 and a couple of tutties, but 2 big interceptions. Both of them resulting in touchdowns off the turnover. 2nd and 3, flat pass, caught, first down. Tyreek Hill on the catch, but a holding penalty on the offense. So wipe that first down away. Back up the Dolphins, back on their side of the field now. 2nd and 13 at their own 48. Six minutes left, third quarter. Dolphins down by 6. They'll stay in a base run set here on 2nd and 13. Defense looks past. It's an off-tackle run. Jeff Wilson, and he's got good yardage. First down yardage, in fact. 15-yard pickup. Got the split roll on the Chiefs' defensive card off tackle. 2 through 8. Hits the 15-yarder, and it's 1st and 10 at the Kansas City 37-yard line. Jeff Wilson, 8 carries on the day, averaging almost 6 yards per. Back to pass, looking short, and that's going to be caught. Jeff Wilson out of the backfield with a 14-yard reception on the Chiefs' defensive card. Again, in that 3-man column, these teams are going to make hay. 1st and 10 at the Kansas City 23-yard line. They'll stay in the run set. Flat pass, right side, tight end Gesicki, and he's going to lose a couple. Leo Chenal, who had the interception earlier with a big tackle behind the line of scrimmage there on that dump pass. 12 at the KC 25. Dolphins again out of the run set, and Chiefs out of the 4-3. I think I've got to expect a here. But it's off tackle and a 2-yard loss. And not only did I think it was going to be a run, I didn't fool the defensive coach. Scott Kaplan was calling run defense on that 2nd and 12. So a nice sniff out there by the coach. And it's 3rd and 14 now at the Kansas City 27. That's a big difference, as 14 yards is short pass. Got it just a couple plays ago, so it's certainly possible. But just as possible, you complete a short pass and then have to commit to a tough 4th down decision on 4th and short. Dolphins come out presenting a full spread formation here. Jeff Wilson is the tailback. Chiefs in the nickel. You know, their 4 wide receiver halfback, Alex Engel, the fullback, is the only pass blocker. He pass blocks 5. That'd make a big difference against Chris Jones in these moments. Something to consider. Back to pass, looking short and no good, incomplete. Jeff Wilson was the target out of the backfield. Tua on his card, couldn't hit it, and it's 4th and 14 at the 27. From right here, this is a 2 through 10. So Dolphins going to clearly go for that, and it is right through by Jason Sanders. And at the 3:36 mark of the third quarter, Dolphins finally back on the board, cut it to a 3-point game, 27-24 Kansas City. Here comes a nice kick return by Isaiah Pacheco out across the 30 to the 35. Kansas City will start right there. That one taking advantage of some poor defensive special teams results on the Miami Cards. Chiefs up by 3, have the ball. 3 wide receivers split out. Back to pass. Looking deep. This one is going to Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Mahomes on his card. And that pass is intercepted. Intercepted by the Dolphins. Picked off at their own 37 by Keon Crossan. And Crossan on the return. Going to get 11 yards up near midfield. Miami gets possession now at their own 48-yard line after the turnover of the game by Kansas City. Credit to Coach Freeze for calling pass on that play, sniffing out the long ball. And Mahomes, 2 through 7, 11 and 12. Pretty good interception odds on a long pass. Turns it over. So Miami down 3, has possession again. They'll come out in a 2 tight end set. Jeff Wilson, the tailback. Seen a lot more of him than Raheem Mostert today. Think that might be about the yak. Wilson has a C-rated yak. Mostert also is a C, so that's not in. Flat pass to Waddle, incomplete. Waddle couldn't get it on his own card on right column, 2nd and 10. Good game here, AFC playoffs. Second down and 10. It's still Wilson in the game, and here's a run to Wilson off tackle. And he's got 6 yards. There is a penalty, however. That's going to be against the Chiefs defense. They were offside, so get rid of that run. Save the down at 2nd and 5. Now across midfield at the KC 47. Jeff Wilson, 9 carries, 45 yards. Mostert, 5 for 30. Boy, Isaiah Pacheco, 13 for 26. Just 2 yards per run. He did have that big 23-yard touchdown reception a little bit earlier this quarter. 2nd and 5 now. 2 tight end set, flat pass. Left side, Durham Smythe, and he's got the catch. And first down yardage, Durham Smythe, pick up a 15. All the way down to the Kansas City 32. Got a short gain on Tua's right column. First and 10, Miami. Both teams now with 19 first downs in the game. Both teams with 14 first downs passing. Within 2 minutes. Dolphins out of a 2 tight end set. Chiefs base 4-3. Defense looks run. Flat pass. That's caught. Gesicki for 7. That was in the 0-man column, so it could have been a lot worse, but 2nd and 3 nonetheless. Now at the KC 25, already 2 through 10 field goal range to tie it. But Coach Freeze in Miami, hoping for more. Miami's still 2 tight ends on the field here. Flat pass, empty zone, and incomplete nonetheless. Tua couldn't get it on his card. And it's 3rd and 3. Chiefs were stuffing the line of scrimmage there. But they kept the pass call on defensively, and that made a difference. So 3rd and 3 now at the KC 25. Jeff Wilson stays in here at tailback on this 3rd and 3. He's been getting the nod over Mostert most of the day. Base 4-3 here from Kansas City. Off tackle, Jeff Wilson, and he's brought down after a 2-yard loss. Defense called run. Or the one on the white die. Either way, I'd have to think about that. But 4th and 5 at the 27. Sanders is coming on to try to tie up from 44 yards away. That kick is good. Dolphins got a great kicker. And that's the end of the 3rd quarter. We go to the 4th quarter here at Arrowhead, and we are all tied up now. The first time since it was 0-0. 27. Tie ball game. Chiefs have the ball 1st and 10 at their own 23 after a short kick returned by Isaiah Pacheco. Dolphins coach requests a 2-minute break. So we are on a temporary pause. Interesting. Also, I'm seeing Jerick McKinnon on our screen, and it has me thinking, I don't believe we've seen any sub at all at KC at the halfback position. Yeah, Pacheco, 13 carries, 26 yards. And he has 5 catches, 62 yards. All the other running backs haven't really been in the game. It's not necessarily a huge deal, but Jerick McKinnon can really be a weapon. He's an A-rated yak. He averages 4 yards per carry on a run, so he actually can sneak some running in there. 9.1 per catch average, so a little surprised at that. Dolphins, I think, have the overall yardage here, 332 to 220 still. Big difference in the run game. 5 yards a carry, 4.9 for Miami, just 2 yards a carry for KC. And I'll say it again, Kansas City still has those 3 end runs available for Patrick Mahomes as we head into the 4th quarter. If I'm Coach John Freeze, I got to be keeping an eye out for that. If I'm Coach Kaplan, I got to make sure I work that in at some point. Valdez-Scantling, Kansas City, 7 catches, 87 yards. Gesicki leads the Dolphins in catches, but it's Tyreek Hill leading with 75 yards on 4 catches, both of them with a touchdown in this game. There really hasn't been any pressure to speak of from the Miami defense. Chiefs have a great offensive line. Chiefs do have 3 sacks. Chris Jones with a pair. As we said earlier, winner of this game gets Coach Joe Golden and the Cincinnati Bengals. On the NFC side, NFC title game will be Coach Dennis Crowley and his Tampa Bay Buccaneers on the road to face Anthony Tangora and the San Francisco 49ers. Dolphins coach is back, and we're ready to go. Chiefs 1st and 10 at their 23. They'll start in a 2 tight end formation. Dolphins safety up close, showing blitz here. Defense looks pass, it's run. Right up the middle, right back to Pacheco, and he's going to get 4. Got that on the defensive card, 2nd and 6. Pacheco, 14 carries so far in the game. He only has 3 more until he reaches fatigue. Not typically used as a workhorse, which is not what I'm saying is happening here, but he does have his long game limitations. Right back to him, but this time in the flat. Screen, left side to Pacheco. And the dice take us to Mahomes' card. The result is receiver, and that's a 7-yard pickup by Pacheco for a 1st down, but he has fumbled it. It's loose on the ground. Pacheco puts it on the ground, and Miami has got it. Miami recovers the fumble at the Chiefs' 34-yard line, and they're going to pick up and try to run with it, but they're going to lose a yard. But a big turnover. Miami had 3 turnovers that got the Chiefs back in this game. Chiefs now given 2 turnovers right back. And Miami, 1st and 10 at the Kansas City 35 after a Pacheco fumble. That 1 through 6 fumble opportunity is only a fumble on a 1. Coach Kaplan gets the bad break there, and Miami right back in scoring position. Fringe field goal range at the 35. 2 tight end set for the Dolphins. Jeff Wilson stays in at tailback. Coach Kaplan says, Kelsey just tossed his helmet. Good to know I'm not the only one out there watching Chiefs games this year. Jerry Sneed in real life traded last night. Heartbreaking for me. I was hoping we'd keep him and run him on the tag this year. But it appears that was never the plan. 1st down pass. Looking deep. Tua going to Tyreek Hill. Safety in zone, but he's going to be flush. So we got a little dump off instead. Dylan Smythe out of the backfield. And he's going to be good for 7. Nice catch. Tua gets that on his card. It's 2nd and 3 at the KC 28. 5th catch of the game for Durham Smythe. All knotted up at 27 here. 4th quarter action. AFC Divisional Playoff. Dolphins in a 2 tight end set, and of note, Jeff Wilson is out, and for the first time since maybe the 1st quarter, Raheem Mostert's back in. Quick slant pass and incomplete. Tua was trying to hit Gesicki over the middle and actually got his interception split roll 2 through 3. He actually got a pick on that 2 through 3 earlier in the game, avoids it here. But sets up 3rd and 3 at the Kansas City 28. Again, from right here, it's still already a 2 through 10 field goal. But a sack would be critical. 2 tight end formation. Mostert stays in as the tailback. 4-3 here from Kansas City. And I would think you protect that 2 through 10 range in a tie game by either going dump pass or run. And it's going to be a flat pass and incomplete. Coach Kaplan sniffed that out and put 2 men in that flat zone. That's how he gets the incompletion rather than a receiver opportunity. So 4th and 3 from the 28. And the Dolphins are going to go for it. I'm surprised to see that. You got a 2 through 10 field goal opportunity for the lead. Miami's going to go for this. Even the Chiefs coach questioning that. Says, you don't want to just take the lead? Like, no pressure. But it looks like Miami wants to go for this. So 4th and 3 at the Kansas City 28. They've got 2 running backs and 3 wide receivers on the field. Chiefs are in a 4-3 defense. Chiefs again with a chance to get off the field here defensively and protect that tie game. Chiefs are 1 for 2 on 4th downs. This is the first 4th down attempt from Miami. Chiefs defensive coach says, like, no pressure. You don't want to just take the lead. Feel free to change your mind. The Dolphins coach, Freeze, says, nah, let's go. Coach Freeze bringing the 4th quarter aggression. 4th and 3 at the KC 28. Forgoes the 2 goal. Let's see what we got. Waiting on the play call here. Mostert's out. It's Jeff Wilson back in at tailback. Coach Freeze is sure he wants to go for it, just clearly not sure he can call. Wonder if we might get a dump to Tyreek Hill. He's pretty good in the 3 to 8 yard range on his card. Button hook, 2-men in zone. The safety came up to the right zone, but it goes to the offensive card and incomplete. Tua on his flat hits the interception split roll for yet another play, and that's a big one as it's a turnover on downs. So both teams have a turnover on downs in this game. Still tied at 27. Kansas City takes over 1st and 10 at their 28. And I got to agree with Coach Kaplan. I think I'd have taken the lead there, or elected to go for the field goal and the lead there. 1st and 10 at the 28. Mahomes back to pass. Looks short. And that's going to be caught. 15-yard completion to Travis Kelce as he beats the defender with a 6 on the white die. That defender can't beat anybody. He's a 0 rate. Eric Rowe. Just a 3rd catch for Kelce. 26 yards on the game. Chiefs 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line. Javon Holland up close showing blitz for the Dolphins. Back to pass, looking short again, right back to Kelce. Mahomes on his card, incomplete, couldn't hit it. 2nd and 10. 2 tight end set, Gray and Kelce the bookends. Dolphins in the nickel. 11:42 remains in the game. Here's a 2nd and 10 run off tackle. Isaiah Pacheco. Pacheco goes to the defensive card, and he's got himself a nice gain. 15 yards. Pacheco gets a 4 reading, and that's a split roll of 2 through 11. As Pacheco finally gets a good gain in this one. 15 carries, 45 yards now for him. 1st and 10 at the Miami 42. Pacheco just 2 carries away from fatigue. Mahomes back to pass, looks short. Kelce again, 1st down yardage. Tackled by Xavier Howard at the Miami 30. Pick up a 12. So the Chiefs on the march now. Back to pass again. Mahomes looking short again. This one's going to Juju Smith-Schuster. And Mahomes doesn't like the look of it. He's going to dump it off instead. Left side flat pass. Isaiah Pacheco out of the backfield, and Pacheco's got the catch. And he's got a 1st down as Pacheco gets 11 yards on his right column. Pacheco may not be doing it on the ground, but he catches for 80 yards and a tutty in this game. Chiefs into the Miami red zone now, 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. 2 tight ends still on the field. Safety up close showing blitz. Back to pass, Mahomes. Looking short. This one's going to tight end Noah Gray. Mahomes on his card. No good. Incomplete. Second down and 10, Kansas City. They'll stay in the two tight end set here. Waiting on the defensive formation here. Defensive coach noticing that his free safety missed an opportunity on the safety blitz. Going after a 0-rated pass blocker Pacheco. That's true. It was a 56% chance. Rolled the 65. So 10. And the formation is in. Finally, we got a 3-4 defense here from Miami. Again, 2nd and 10 at the 19. Here's a run up the middle to Pacheco, and the defense calls run. Good call there, Coach Freeze. But it goes to the defensive card, and the nose tackle gets beat easily for 5 yards. Pacheco now at 50 yards rushing on 16 carries. And he has just one carry left before he is fatigued. More importantly, a big 3rd and 5 here at the Miami 14. 3 wide receivers. Harbin in the slot. Pacheco the tailback. Mahomes still under center. Defense in the nickel. Mahomes back to pass, looking short, going right to Kelsey. And on his card, Mahomes has got the completion. 12-yard catch and run. Travis Kelsey, 1st and goal, Kansas City at the 2. So the Dolphins moments ago had a 4th and 3 in field goal range and elected to go for it in Kansas City's territory. Chiefs make the stop. And on the ensuing drive now, they're 1st and goal at the 2. Eight plays, 70 yards so far. Chiefs 2 tight end set. Pacheco is the single setback. I wouldn't think you want to burn his last carry before fatigue on a 1st and goal from the 2, but maybe we'll see. Safety's showing Miami. Here comes a sneak to the quarterback. Mahomes going to try to get 2. Goes to his own card, and he's got the touchdown. Defense gets past, and Mahomes just rushed right in there. And with exactly 9 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter, Chiefs back out in front. Extra point from Harrison Butker is up, and it is good. KC up 34-27. Pretty nice kick return there. Dolphins have it out to the 33. Raheem Mostert on that return. And the Dolphins will start right there. Down 7, 8:42 left in the game. Two tight ends set. Mostert is in the game instead of Wilson. Back to pass, looking short. Tua is going to have to be forced to scramble and run. He's got 8 yards, but a penalty is personal foul against the defense. So that'll take the penalty yardage across midfield. That was a late hit on the quarterback. And the Dolphins are 1st and 10 at the Kansas City 44 now. Again, two tight ends with Mostert. First down, back to pass. Tua looking short, got his man. Tyreek Hill has it. 14-yard completion on the right side. And it's 1st and 10 at the Kansas City 30. 5th catch of the game for the Cheetah. 5 for 89. Tua Tagovailoa now over 300 yards. 26 for 39, 300 yards. 2 tutties, 2 picks. He's back to pass again, and he's brought down quickly. Chris Jones, sack number 3 from CJ95. Loss of 4. And that's the star rating of Chris Jones coming in. I think if Miami's going to pass, they might want to go with the fullback Ingold. 2 tight ends set on 2nd and 14. Mostert's out. It's Jeff Wilson, the tailback. Back to pass. Tua looking short and no good. Pass intended for Jalen Waddle. On the left side, incomplete on Tua's card, and it's 3rd and 14 at the Kansas City 34. 7:12 to go. Field goal still in play despite being down 7. If you get to the 32, it's a 2 through 10. Otherwise, I don't think that's the decision you want to make. 4 wide receivers split out. Back to pass, looking short. Cedric Wilson's got it and tackled short of the first down. Safety 1, Thornhill gets to him. It's 4th and 1 at the Kansas City 21. And I got to think this time he's going to go for it. 6:54 on the clock. 4th and 1 at the Kansas City 21. Blocking back formation. Mostert's the tailback. The offensive line run blocking from tight end across reads 5-5-5-6-0-6. It's just that left guard where the hole is. Otherwise, a 5 would spring a first down. Chiefs 4-3 defense here. When it pass long, I'll bet that safety's out of position. McKee is on both feet to the quarterback and plows through. And he's got 4 yards and the first down. Move the chains. Dolphins retain possession, and they're into the red zone now. 1st and 10 at the Kansas City 17-yard line. $6:18 left on the clock here. 2 tight ends again. Wilson's out. It's Mostert in the backfield. Off tackle, first down, and that's going to be a nice run. Mostert goes for 8. Brought down to the 9-yard line by Nick Bolton. Dragged him inside the 10, and it's 2nd and 2 Miami at the Kansas City 9. Mostert stays in. Alec Ingold, the fullback in front of him. As we mentioned a little bit ago, 5-rated pass block from Ingold. If you want to throw to the end zone here, that could help protect against Chris Jones' star rating. Plus, out of the 4-3, you've got Chris Jones lined up over a 7 pass blocker. And indeed, back to pass, looking short and incomplete. As a matter of fact, Alex Ingold did provide the block there on Chris Jones, so he was able to get that pass off, or CJ would have had his 4th sack. Ingold makes the block, but it's incomplete. And 3rd and 2 at the Kansas City 9. 2 tight ends from Miami. Mostert, the tailback. There is no fullback. He's in the deep eye. 4-3 here from the Chiefs. Back to pass, and here's the sack. Chris Jones knifes through. 11-yard loss. Wow. Beats the 7-rated Robert Hunt. 24% chance, got the 16, and it is 4th and 13 at the 20. And Miami is going to have to settle for the field goal attempt. Coach Kaplan states the obvious. That was a big sack. Indeed it was. 4:48 to go. Jason Sanders is on to try to cut it to a 4-point game. The kick is no good. 2 through 10, and Sanders shanks it. And so not only does the Chris Jones sack keep the Dolphins from tying it with a touchdown, not only does it keep them from getting that field goal on the board, Chiefs have the ball back, still up by 7, 4.5 minutes to go. 2 tight end formation. Pacheco is the tailback. He's got that 1 carry left before fatigue. The key is on the running back, and Mahomes is back to pass. Deep ball. MVS. Nobody back there. Mahomes on his card gets receiver and cannot be brought in. MVS has plenty of opportunities on long pass wrong, but doesn't get it. Break for Miami, 2nd and 10. Kansas City at their 27. And despite all that misfortune, we were just laying out for Miami. You know, if they get a stop here, this game is not over. Coach Kaplan with a nod to his counterpart on a good call. Or I'm sorry, the other way around. Coach Freeze with a nod to his counterpart on a good call. Going for that long pass with no one there. Still 2nd and 10. KC with 2 tight ends on the field. Defense looks past. It's a run. Up the middle, Pacheco. And 2 linebackers in the zone make a stop. -1, 3rd and 11. And Pacheco's tired. I would think maybe McKinnon at this point. We'll see. Clock runs down to 3:36 and counting. So this is a huge play for Coach Freeze in Miami. Get the stop here, and you can have the ball with 3 minutes plus left, needing a touchdown. Give up the first down here. Chiefs are going to take it down to the 2-minute warning, you'd have to think. Chiefs 2 tight ends in the game. They'll keep Pacheco in there despite the fatigue. We still haven't seen the Mahomes run. Maybe now's the time. No, back to pass. Mahomes looking short. This is going for Kelsey. The double was on the other tight end, Gray. So Kelsey's got a shot, but we have a dump off. So Mahomes instead goes to Pacheco. 0-minute zone. Pacheco's got the catch and a 13-yard gain. Isaiah Pacheco continues to dominate in the passing game. 8 catches, 93 yards. And a huge down conversion there. 3 minutes on the clock now. Miami's going to have to start thinking about taking some timeouts. Chiefs with 2 tight ends still. Pacheco still the tailback, despite the fatigue. Flat pass right side, Juju Smith-Schuster. And Mahomes from his card is incomplete. 2nd and 10. Saves precious clock time for Miami. And finally, Pacheco gets the breather. CEH, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, in at tailback for Kansas City. They're in a pro set formation. Defense looking pass it is. Flat pass left side to the tight end, Noah Gray. He's got that back. To the defensive card we go, and Noah Gray gets backer in zone. And despite the 4 on the white die, that's good enough to win in pass coverage against Miami. Pickup of 16. Into Miami territory, 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Big first down for KC. Clock runs down to 2:06. Edwards-Helaire still in the pro set formation. Couple first downs away from icing it. Short yardage defense. Here's off tackle. Clyde Edwards-Helaire. On his card, nothing doing. That's going to get us to the 2-minute warning here in Kansas City. Chiefs delighting Arrowhead fans right now, up 34-27. They have the ball, trying to run it out. It's 2nd and 10 at the Miami 45. From right here at the 45, it's a 2 through 6 and 12 field goal attempt. You're already up by 7. I would think you run it. Back to pass, looking short, goes to Kelsey. Defense was looking pass, and it's incomplete. And that saves precious clock time for Miami as well and sets up a 3rd and 10. So the Chiefs coach Kaplan has been plenty aggressive. That one was incomplete, right or wrong. It's 3rd and 10 now at the Miami 45. Now I think you got to run it, get a little yardage, and kick that 2 through 6 and 12 maybe. A 10-point lead here pretty much ends it. Miami still has all 3 timeouts. Chiefs and 2 tight ends. Pacheco is back in as the tailback. No love for Jerick McKinnon. Dolphins in the nickel. Flat pass. Noah Gray going to the flat, hitting that 0-rated linebacker again. Dice go to the defensive card, and it's a result of receiver, and it's going to be a 5-yard gain to the 40. So I think Miami will call a timeout here. It's 4th and 5 at the 40. From right here, a field goal will be 2 to 6 and 12. We're waiting on that decision. If you don't call a timeout, you're running that clock down to 1:07. So come on, Coach Freeze, you got to call it. And he does. So 4th and 5 for Coach Kaplan from the 40, and he is going to punt it. So Coach Kaplan not going to go for the 4th and 5 to ice it, not going to go for the 57-yard field goal attempt. That would be a 2 through 6 and 12. He's instead going to try to punt this one and coffin corner it. Interesting choice. And that is it goes into the end zone just. So I don't know. I think I like the other 2 options more. I think I might have even gone for it. I don't know. Difficult call. Nonetheless, no looking back now. Miami still has life. That kick went into the end zone. Tommy Townsend couldn't quite shank it. Dolphins 1st and 10 at their own 20. They're on the road at Arrowhead, down by 7. 2 timeouts and a minute 37 left in this game. It's been a good one. Dolphins going full spread formation here. Tua's out of the shotgun. He's got Jeff Wilson beside him. Deep 3-2-6 dime here from Kansas City. Back to pass. I'm looking deep. Double teamed is Sherfield and incomplete. Great defense there from Coach Kaplan as he not only had 2 men in the deep zone, he had the double team on the third receiver correctly reading that he was not going to hit Tyreek Hill or Jalen Waddle there. 2nd and 10. So a great start on that possession defensively for Kansas City. Miami again with 4 wide receivers. 2 in the shotgun. 90 seconds left in this game. This game's been so crazy. There's part of me that thinks we're going to end up in going to overtime after a touchdown. We'll see. Back to pass, looking short, and that pass intended for Cedric Wilson. He was one of 2 receivers doubled correctly on that play, but it went to the defensive card, and that should give you all the opportunities you want, even in the 4-man column, but found a soft spot, and the Dolphins face a 3rd and 10 here. Dolphins right back to a spread formation and the shotgun. Big 3rd and 10. Back to pass, looking short and caught. Halfback has it, and he's out of bounds. Play for the Dolphins on 3rd and 10. Jeff Wilson makes the catch and goes for 11. His 4th catch of the game, 50 yards through the air for him. Stops the clock at 1:15. Dolphins 1st and 10 at their own 31. And now there are 4 wide receivers, 1 fullback. It's Gesicki. I think you might want to go with Ingold as your fullback. Get that 5 rated pass block. Every time you pass here, you're looking at that star rating. And Chris Jones, he got you 4 times in this game. Tua out of the shotgun. He's back to pass. Looking short. Cedric Wilson, and it's a receiver opportunity for him, and he cannot bring it in. That one was actually double sixes. If that goes to Tyreek Hill, short pass right, double sixes is a long gain. Jalen Waddle, double sixes is plus 22. Keeping him off the main targets here. 2nd and 10, Tua back to pass. And here comes the sack. Chris Jones has another 5 sacks in the game. Chris Jones. A 6-yard loss. 3rd and 16. Miami at their own 25 as they burn their 2nd of 3 timeouts with 1 minute left in the game. That time he didn't win with the star rating. Jones beat that 7-rated center. And that's where he gets an advantage when you get him over the nose tackle. The guard he faces is a 7-rated pass block. I spent a lot of time this year choosing whether I wanted to be in the nickel or not with Kansas City based on who CJ was going to be lining up against. Beat the center there for his 5th sack. Back to pass. Short and incomplete. And another great double team from Coach Kaplan, correctly double teaming Trent Sherfield. And now it is 4th and 16. So desperate times. Final opportunity here. Miami needs 16. Number that occurs to me in the flats you can get with an 11. So 10, 11, 12 if you can get flat pass, no men there. Would all get you that 1st down. $16 yards away. Short pass is tough. Here comes a deep ball. He's going to Cedric Wilson. Teams are on different receivers. But we have a flush to Sherfield. That's probably not going to be enough. Tua on his card sets up a yak opportunity, and it's going to be just a 5-yard gain. Chiefs make the tackle 35 and take over possession with 45 seconds left to go. And with Miami having just 1 timeout, that should do it. So the Kansas City Chiefs, after falling behind 21-0, lightning quick, come back in this game and outscore the Dolphins 34-6 the rest of the way. They're going to get out of here with what looks to be a 34-27 win. Looks like the Dolphins are questioning their fourth down decision to not take the field goal in the lead. I agree. I think that was the wrong decision. But Coach Kaplan says, nah, that was the right call. And you could argue it either way. But I agree. I think when the field goal you're looking at is 2 through 10, I'm booting that ball in a tie game. And unless we have a snap fumble here, that's going to do it. And that's it, folks. Your final from Arrowhead Stadium. Kansas City comes screaming back after being down 21-0 and escapes at home with a 34-27 win over the Miami Dolphins. Congratulations goes out to Coach Scott Kaplan as he will take these Chiefs into the AFC Championship game and a match with Joe Golden and the Cincinnati Bengals. Fun little replay league. Yeah, I've had some good feedback about this, and I think we're going to make it a tradition. And as long as we can get 14 coaches lined up to play a little bracket like this after the season every year, that's what we'll do. To that end, I should mention, credit goes to Anthony Tangora. It was actually his decision. He was the one that originally got this off the ground. His life took a turn. He got a little busy, and I said, I'll step up, and I'll make this happen. Let's get her done. And a big thanks as well. I want to make sure and mention, by the way, Dennis Crowley, thanks again for lining us up with the file we needed and everything. Your work is appreciated. So welcome to the broadcast, Scott Kaplan. Scott, how are we doing today, buddy?
Dude, I'm the luckiest guy alive. I never thought that I was going to come back from 21-0 that quick, but
yes, sneaky comeback. That was a good game. Talk about what happened at the beginning that got you behind 21-0.
I believe that in the history of Stratomatic football, I am the unluckiest roller ever. And I it doesn't matter. Like, I can call a great play, and it doesn't matter. I will throw an interception, guess wrong, and it's just.
Well, the dice were sure working against you at the beginning of the game, and I remarked on the broadcast that was kind of my experience with the team. All year I had to dig out of holes from the first quarter. I'm not saying I had bad dice all year or necessarily through the rest of the game, but in the first quarter, I fell behind a lot with the Chiefs in the first quarter, it felt like, and you certainly had that problem this game too.
Well, and I'll tell you what's even more interesting is when you're playing with the wrong defense.
Yeah.
I had no idea. I was like, man, their defense is terrible. And then, but when you said that, I go to look at the team, and I realized, like, Chris Jones isn't in, and like I was like, oh my god, it's got no players.
Yeah, I mean, the secondary is all 5s and 6s. And, it took me a few plays to notice it, and then when I noticed it, how sometimes if the defense will give you a default play, sometimes you click OK too quick, and you're like, my backup is in. I didn't realize it. So it took me a few plays at that point to recognize, no, this isn't one of those situations. This is wholesale. And so, yeah, I'm glad that, and by the way, kudos to John Freese as well for doing the classy thing and stepping up and saying, let's just start over. Even though he had a 6-0, that was the right call. It was
John's always a classy guy, and I appreciate it. It was
absolutely, but I want to make sure and give him the nod, So, yeah, it was the right call.
Heck, he started out 21-0 again anyway. I mean, yeah, it was pretty wild.
The comeback. Let me ask you, were you surprised? And I saw you guys chatting about it at the end of the game. Were you surprised on 4th and 3, tied at 24 or 27, whatever it was, that John elected to skip the 2 through 10 field goal and the lead and tried to make it on 4th and 3?
I was joking with him at that time, like just saying, are you sure you want to do this? Yeah, just to try to convince him to take a timeout. But I mean, I probably would have done the same thing. I mean, you know that Mahomes can drive the field anytime anyway.
Yeah.
I still would have driven the field on my next drive. I mean, it's not like I still would have probably gotten that touchdown because it's not like I got it close to his end zone. I had to drive the field, and so he would have been down by 4. He still needed a touchdown.
Yeah. I'm wired differently. If I'm staring at a 2 through 10 and there's really no variable risk in a tie game, fourth quarter, that I can't remember 7-8 minutes, whatever was left.
Yeah.
My kicker's coming on the field.
No, I honestly, I may have kicked it too, but at the same time, I totally understood him going for it. I mean,
I
he
do
only
too.
had.
I'm going to be sure. You're right about that.
It was very. If it was 4th and 5, maybe I probably wouldn't have. But it was what 4th and 2 or 4th and 3.
3. And
Yeah,
I'm certainly
I mean,
not implying that because I think that in a similar situation, at least 30% of the coaches in this league might go for that.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I'm not trying to say John made the obvious wrong call. He just made the obvious wrong call for where my stones are
By
at.
the way, the call that he made was a great call, and I got really lucky because he hadn't done that all game, and I just had a gut feeling it was right. I mean, because
Yeah.
his running backs were doing well, his receivers did pretty well. He was driving the whole game. He played a great game. The only reason I even came back was penalties and turnovers.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you almost gave it back. A couple of turnovers coming from you. But you ended up getting it done in the end, man. Congratulations on the big win, man. So
Thanks,
you
man.
advance now to
Fun team to
play.
play with.
Yeah. Well, you're talking to somebody who knows about that. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I know. That's why I'm saying it. It was good. It was fun.
it's kind of fun to watch, somebody else play him. I was kind of surprised you didn't use Jerick McKinnon at all. He's got the A-rated yak out of the backfield.
Yeah, I don't know the team that well. I did look at them last night really quickly, and did think about that. I did want to bring in Hilaire towards the end just to at least give him the threat of me using a different running back or whatever,
Sure.
because Pacheco was, tired. Pacheco was a man, though. I mean, other than that fumble, which really sucked because he had got me the first down, but he had a great game, and I realized I wasn't even using Kelsey because he kept double teaming him, and so I figured, you know what, I'm gonna leave it alone for a while, and then he stopped double teaming him, and then I was able to complete some passes. So
yeah,
and
you started hitting him consecutively.
Yeah. I mean, it was a great game, and I really appreciate John. Well, first of all, I apologize to John numerous times because we were supposed to play on Monday. Totally forgot, but playing today was kind of him to work this in, and it was a great game. I always have great games against John. He's just a nice guy. We have great battles,
100%.
and it's great. It's fun.
Well, you moved on. One person we haven't mentioned that was also a maybe bigger reason than won this game is your defensive left tackle.
Let me tell you something.
5 sacks in this game.
Chris Jones was huge. He made some big plays throughout the game, and he wasn't in my defensive lineup either. So thank God we redid that. I mean, but I wonder why that was like that. Did somebody pull all the players? Were you winning a game and pulled them, and it just got?
Well, but I don't. So I mean, I haven't played. So this is a different league file. Whatever I did in the USFFL file should have, in my opinion, absolutely no bearing. I thought perhaps it had been you that had played the Chiefs and, just, pick up play with me or anybody else and had made some changes in a game and it just stuck or something. But I have no idea why it came up like that. But the fact that it did makes me suspect that you should keep an eye out in the AFC Championship game. Won't surprise me if you have to make that change right away. So be on the lookout for that.
Well, and hopefully since I'll be uploading the file, maybe it'll have everything I changed anyway.
It's a good point, perhaps.
What did you play McKinnon in? Did you put him in a pro set or you're obviously not playing him all the time?
Yeah, so, I guess I would say that his A-rated yak and the fact that you don't have to telegraph that you're passing to him and he's on the field because he can also run.
Right.
I used him a lot because I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think he's the only A-rated yak you have. You're lined up with Bs. Hardman,
Right.
Gray, Kelsey, all the other running backs. You got them all over, but he's the only guy that can get you the A. So I would get him in a lot on third downs. Another thing that you never sprung on him was the end run to Mahomes.
I was thinking about that. I was thinking about that towards the end of the game, and I almost did the end run when I was on the 2-yard line or 2-yard line. And then realized, you know what? I'm just doing a line buck, and he gets pass, and I got, I was like, great. But yeah, I thought about that a little bit throughout. But he was calling run on me, and I was afraid of if you guessed wrong, he's got an amazing card. Guessed right,
Sure.
he can get you creamed. And if you hadn't noticed, a lot of my rolls weren't going so well. So I mean, it was a great comeback. Mahomes is a great quarterback, and I made some good. But I don't know if you were paying attention, but like I rolled an 8 and a 10 on short passes. Like I can't believe how many times I rolled that when you would think that I would have gotten completions with a card like Mahomes. You just never know.
Yeah, you don't. Another thing I failed to mention, and you probably didn't notice, last drive of the game for Miami, I think they had one first down maybe. They're trying to get a second one. And there's a short pass. Scherfeld, whoever it was, you double teamed him, but the double rolled on his receiver card. Had that pass gone double sixes to Tyreek Hill, it's a long gain on short pass and a whole different ending of the game. And that's where I think you making sure to pepper double teaming Hill and Waddle, those things are important, it's important to force your opponent main guys sometimes. And you never know when that's going to come up. And that double sixes on that receiver could have been a big play for him, but just didn't get it down. But yeah, even on right, that was going to be a long gain on Tyreek's card. So
yeah, well, thank God it wasn't.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing you play against Cincinnati. I'll be rooting for you, not just because I'm a Chiefs fan, but I don't like Cincinnati. That's the only team that the Chiefs fans are bitter about.
I understand.
So big rivalry. They did a good job against us. That's a credit to them. So, but congratulations on seeing in that AFC as we go to the title game. We'll see that coming up soon. Let us know when it's scheduled, man.
All right, man. Appreciate it.
All right, take it easy.
Who's the Cincinnati
That's it, guys.
coach?
We're down to the championship games, huh?
Who's the Cincinnati coach? Who am I playing?
You'll be playing Joe Golden.
Joe Golden. All right.
Joe Golden. So good luck in that one, buddy.
All right, man. Appreciate it. Take care.
All right, bud. Thanks a lot for coming on. I always appreciate it, man.
Yeah, I was hoping John would come on too, but I know he was probably hanging out with his wife instead.
Yeah, maybe so. Maybe so. John usually does, so we'll catch him next time. Yeah. Have a good one, man.
All right. Take care.
All right, guys, that's it. We're down to the AFC, NFC title games. Bengals versus the Chiefs and the Buccaneers versus the 49ers. As soon as they're scheduled, we'll get those games going and probably broadcast them for you as well. Thanks for tuning in.